I feel like my new theory is that the more I stay in place, the more I change. The less I try to change into something specific, the more I change naturally with the natural state of the world. Because the natural state of the world is change. The spiritual people we see on social media now, it's almost just like a reimagination of like traditional preachers and like, this is what you need to do, this is what's right, this is how you become better, this is how you get everything you want, this is how you get everything you desire, this is how you can like become more desirable and have the world fucking desire you. Like, it's just this never ending. I don't necessarily think that's all bad. Like, I know like maybe some people would watch something that I've said and be like, well, that's, whatever it is, that could be seen as a reimagination of what I'm saying. But it's like, nobody knows what's better. Like, how do you become better if you don't know what's better? Like, how do you I was earlier today I was watching an Alan Watts speech, so like let me go off for a fucking minute. We don't know what's going to make us happy. We don't know how to be better people. We don't know how to make the world better. If anyone fucking knew that, the world would be better. Everyone has their own concept of what is better. That's why there's no fucking world peace, because everyone thinks that what they know and what they do is right, and it goes against what someone else thinks is right. And fucking World War III, right? Like, when you promote this idea of like healing the self and like healing the things that are wrong with you, it's based on the idea that there's something wrong with you, but it's based on the same idea that you're doing something wrong living the way you are now, and you need to do something differently, because that will get you somewhere. It will either get you accepted by like your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, or it will get you accepted by society, will get you accepted by some like ultra virtuous idea, and therefore everything will be okay. And I guess like anytime I start seeing things through a lens of like one particular idea of spirituality or life or consciousness or like just like human beings and humanity, if I see like one specific concept of that even begins to generalize, I start to get a bit uncomfortable, because it's like we are constantly evolving. We're human beings, and we're constantly evolving, and we're constantly becoming different, and the needs of the world are constantly becoming different. The ideas of the world are constantly becoming different. The way human beings conceive of the world and conceive of life is constantly evolving and changing, and we are constantly evolving and changing with that, because we are all one. And that's the only basis that I can know and say for myself, is that we are all one, because we all come from this like mysterious force in the universe. Like, we are all like descended of the fucking Big Bang, and therefore we hold that energy within us, and that's like all we can know and say for sure. So that's why I like Reiki. That's why I'm like evolving to do Reiki. It's like the only thing that has truly resonated with me my whole life, because people have always like projected on me the way I need to change, the way I don't fit in these boxes, the way I need to like fucking conform. And Reiki is like the understanding that healing is not for like the benefit of something, like it's not to benefit anyone. It's just like to help you see that you are one with this huge fucking idea that is just an idea, and it's more than we can even understand. And our idea of it is always going to be limited, because it's just an idea and it's never a sure thing. And Reiki is just a tool to help us find this sense of oneness with like this unknowable source. And obviously Reiki is limited, like everything is limited, but it's the only way I feel like makes sense. Is we're not healing because there's something wrong. It's healing on the basis that there is something about each of us that is fundamentally right, because there is no right or wrong, but like we're all fundamentally perfect because we all come from the same source of energy. And how can any of us ever be wrong, because we come from this energy source that is like infinite and incalculable and unknowable and mysterious. And my soul like starts to get uncomfortable when I feel limited. I think that's what anxiety is. It's just like these perceived limitations when we are not limited. Like ideas are limited. Ideas are limited. Our ideas of ourselves are limited. Our ideas of the world are limited because our brains can't know everything. Our brains can't know the whole possibility of what is and what will be and what we are and how we exist. Our brains can't fully conceive of that, even though brains are like infinitely powerful and we can't even like conceive of that. But I just got done my yin yoga class, so I had a lot of time to think, even though I'm supposed to be not thinking and just being. Isn't that the problem we all face? Isn't that the brunt of what I've been talking about all damn day? We're just supposed to be being. That's my issue with spirituality and the spirituality content that we get fed on a daily basis. And I become a victim of this as well. Not victim, but like a participant in this as well. Because when you see it in other people and you're like, what are they doing? The question really should be, what am I doing? Because I think all the time, I'm like, what are people trying to get? Like, there's always something, even when it's in a spiritual understanding, it's always to get something. It's always to get money. How can we make more money? Even though we're literally talking about this, like, spiritual practices. How can I get more love, more money, more fame, more wealth, like whatever, more abundance? And then that makes you think, you're like, well, what am I trying to get? What am I trying to do here? That's the problem with it. Everything is like being born into a world where you're just supposed to be here, but then everyone else is trying to do things and trying to get things. And you're born into this world where that's the way it is. So you're like, well, what am I doing? I guess I must need to get something. I must need to like make something of myself. I must need to like achieve something. And I must need to like receive some sort of validation for being alive. So I must be doing it wrong. I must be doing something wrong. When in actuality, like, we need to be doing less. Like, we need to be receiving less. We need to be consuming less. And this isn't even about like consumption, but I guess isn't everything. It's just like, we are alive. Like, that's like, it's interesting that I was just in yin, because it's like, it's always like, come back to the breath. Like, what are you doing? Stop doing. Stop thinking. Just be. That's like the only thing we all have in common, is like taking a breath. And the experience of taking a breath is the same for all of us. And we're all breathing and being confirmed that we are alive. And that is the unifying experience of everyone in this world. And it's unifying, and it's the same in that it's a completely unique condition of life for every single being. It's the same in that all of the terms of the life we live and the body we live in and the people we do it with is, I just saw my initials on the license plate. Spirit's like, keep talking, girl. You got it. That interrupted me. Spirit, you interrupted me. We all have like these conditions of being alive, but what, like, the condition is just life itself, and we think like we have to make something mean something, or we're not alive, when the meaning is just the fact that you are alive, and this is what you were given. You were given this life, right? You're just given this life, and we think that this life has to like attach itself to all these things, but the gift is just being. The gift is just being alive. Like, what gift are you trying to get when this is it? Like, this breath, this, like, perfect. I don't even want to make this so spiritual because it seems so just like the condition of the earth. Like, this breath is literally the gift. Like, breathing air through your lungs and finding that as the unifying experience of every living creature on the planet, and knowing that that has to mean something, because every single living creature is connected by that act of breathing, and that has to mean there is some energy that connects us all. And that's why I come back to Reiki. And it's interesting because, like, I was really struggling today with, how do I explain my life now to people who just won't understand? How do I explain my life to my mom? I was trying to explain, like, what I was doing to my sister earlier today, like what I've been doing in life lately, what I've been trying to achieve, why I'm learning Reiki, and like, it's just, I know that what I'm doing is absolutely what I'm supposed to be doing, because it's the only thing, I'm experiencing the only time in my life I have ever felt like a natural being, a natural, like, part of the world. The only thing I know how to do is to connect with other, like, souls in this crazy fucking mysterious experience we are all going through called life, right? And Reiki is this unifying energy. It's this understanding that this energy exists in all of us, and that is the source of the world, is that energy that we don't understand. And it's finding a connection with that, a oneness with that oneness that we all have access to, because it is within all of us, and it is the world. It literally is the world, and we are the world. Like, every single person is the world, because they came from the world, and we contain the everything of the world within this body. And so with Reiki, it's almost like there is no doing, there is no trying to change, there is no trying to warp what you were given in this life. There's no trying to fix or heal. It's just letting your body come back to this natural place of being, of existing, of breathing, that connects us all. It's finding, not acceptance necessarily, as I was saying earlier, it's finding oneness in this experience, and not having to always change ourselves to be something, not always having to, I honestly think, like, this culture of always, like, self-improving and trying to do something differently or do something better, always trying to get somewhere, to get more, it's just another iteration of the same harmful structures that have, like, been so disastrous and horrible throughout, like, the history of time, right? Like, it's the same thing as, like, it just on a smaller scale of, the disastrous and like horrible methods of treating mental illness, right? We treat ourselves that way. We think there are like these demons with it as that we have to purge, but we don't use that language anymore. It's just like, oh, I have to, it's shadow work. I have to overcome the ego. And it's like, I don't think that, that type of talk is like dangerous. It's just dangerous depending on how you think about it, because what are you trying to get? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to make here? Like, and it's interesting because I get really attached to the idea of purpose. Like, what's my purpose? What do I need to do? What's going to fulfill me? Like, how do I make my life mean something? And I honestly feel like it's something I've struggled with my whole life. I've always thought on this grand scale of life. And because I've struggled with like near-death experiences and like suicidality, and I have tried to, off myself. I have tried to off myself many times when I was younger. And so it's this like thing of like, oh, well, I survived those times. Why? And I'm always thinking of the why, like why there must be a really important reason that I'm alive. Like I must need to do some really important work that's going to change the world. And my brain just naturally thinks on a grand scale. And it's like this never ending cycle of, well, maybe life is just meant to be lived. It was 11:11 on the timer. I'm gonna just say that. Maybe life is just meant to be lived. And we're not supposed to be achieving. The only thing we're supposed to be receiving is another moment of being present as we are alive. And that's literally like all there is. It's like the illusion or like the paradox of wealth. It's like once people get a little taste of wealth, all they want to do is get more and make more money, and nothing they have is ever enough. It's like we think getting $1 million is going to change our life. It'll change the way it looks. It's not going to change the way it feels if we're just trying to feed this bottomless pit inside of us. Like, what a gift it is to be able to conceive of life the way we do, to be able to have these like grandiose thoughts of life, and like to live life through this lens of always trying to understand it. I had to wait really long at Wendy's to get my food because I think they were short-staffed or something, and they were like, can you pull the car up? We got to make your salad from scratch. Anyway, the lovely woman working at Wendy's walks out finally with my bag. She says, salad made with love, fries are hot, here you go. I'm like, thank you so much. I could have gotten cold fries if I, simply hadn't waited. Could have had a salad made with not love, made with something else. That's all I gotta say. Sometimes maybe we should just sit and wait and see what happens. See how we change with the world as the world changes, because the world, it's almost like, I feel like my new theory is that the more I stay in place, the more I change. The less I try to change into something specific, the more I change naturally with the natural state of the world, because the natural state of the world is change. It's rotation, it's transformation, it's death and rebirth and new life and new ideas and new discoveries, and constantly understanding the world in a different way, and therefore understanding ourselves in a different way. So we don't have to try to change. We change naturally. And the more we try to change into a certain specific thing, then the world changes, and the change we made does not align with the new state of the world. So then we're fucked. Life is so funny. It really is. It's like everything they tell you to do is wrong. Because you got to sell the product. You got to sell something. You got to make money to have food to eat. Because that's the state of our world right now. So everyone's trying to sell you something that they don't believe. They're trying to sell you an idea that isn't right. But it's so easy to be fooled by it. and therefore, you know, get customers on it, even though it's, you know, what is it? It's nothing. It's useless. You know, the only purpose is purposelessness. You know? The only purpose is actually doing nothing and being okay to just take breaths and be alive. It's like the only real currency is like being able to always discover a new part of yourself. That's the only real currency. Like, what is love if it's not, what is external love if it's not helping me understand myself, if it's not helping me discover myself? We're all just trying to discover ourselves and therefore discover this sense of oneness with the world. When we discover ourselves, we discover the world, but we're so busy trying to understand the world that we don't understand ourselves. It's all a fucking paradox, dude. It's all jumbled. It's all mumbo jumbo. And because our society is mumbo jumbo, you can tell I'm tired because I've run out of words to say. Now it's just mumbo jumbo. You know, I feel like I started this video a bit annoyed at something, and now it's like, when you really think about it, it's all just fun. What's the Alan Watts quote? Oh, I want to think. I'll put it in the description if I like find the right one. But it's like, there is no work when you understand that, like, this is just life, and we're not trying to make anything specific. We're just trying to be alive, and so therefore, all work becomes play. There is no work if you're just constantly living in the present and working on being alive, and that's it. Then what is the work? It's just play. It is just play. Now I gotta park my car again, which we all know I am not good at, especially in this parking garage. Oh no, there's someone at the elevator. I'm gonna be watched in my misery. Isn't that the worst? Isn't that the worst? Oh, skirty skirt. Am I gonna make this without hitting the car? It's so hard to park in my freaking parking garage. Let me see if I have anything else to say before. Oh, yeah, I'm totally gonna hit the goddamn pole now. It's like the way we conceive of life is trying to fit in a tiny ass parking spot that it doesn't even seem the car is gonna fit. It's like we're trying to fit ourselves in someone else's conception of who we're supposed to be. When, like, yep, I'm gonna hit the damn thing again. I need to focus, god damn it. God damn. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. We cannot be contained. We cannot live inside obsession over our self-concept because the self cannot be contained anyway. The self is limitless because the self is innately a part of this grand world that is limitless in its, like, perception. It's limitless in its conception. It's limitless in the fact that we will never discover all of the world. We will never discover all of the universe. We will never, ever, ever even begin to understand all of the forces at play, what the forces are doing, how they work together, what they want. And we'll never understand the forces within us. All you can do is ride the wave and understand that. Oh, I love the Alan Watts quote when it's like, sorry, this is Alan Watts based, if you didn't get that yet. We conceive of ourselves as a single drop of water, and then we put ourselves in a box. When the single drop of water is understood by the entire wave. It's not understood as a separate drop of water stuck in it, locked away in a box. It's part of the whole wave. And so we think of ourselves as like these singular beings, and we think there's something wrong with us and we have to change us when we're all part of this huge wave, and there's nothing about us that could ever be wrong because we're all here and we are all what we are, and that's just it. I'm sick of talking.